Hey guys, Lag here, and welcome back to the studio. Today, we're continuing off with What If Future Gohan Was Saved by Goku, Part 2. This video got 200 likes in a week, and I was amazed, and you guys seem to really like it. So, we're going to continue off with the Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, here's a little card up above to go check out, or you can check down below in the playlist to this video. Huge thank you for Demon72 for editing this video. He did a really good job and I hope you all enjoy. Huge shout out to Jesse Reborn Ford for being a Patreon. And make sure you guys like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another upload or post from me. If this video gets another 200 likes, I will continue with a part 3 and continue on with this series. I hope you all enjoy. Gohan wonders who's at the door. He is meted by a figure called Shin, as his apprentice Kibito makes himself known. Kame communicates to Piccolo as there's an unusual presence at Gohan's place. Piccolo heads there immediately to discover what is going on. Gohan learns of Shin's origins, and Gohan is fascinated. Piccolo arrives and Gohan explains who Piccolo is. Then Shin explains all about Majin Buu, how his power threatens the whole universe. Gohan knows that this could be serious. As he flies to Capture Corp and tells Trunks to keep an eye on Earth, Vegeta scoffs and says he won't be needing his help to beat Majin Buu, he can take care of him himself. He says he's been training non-stop and he has achieved a new form. Gohan says that should be more than enough to protect Earth, as Piccolo and Gohan train on the Kai's planet. Shin shows them the Z sword as Gohan goes up there and touches the sword. He feels a weird presence that resembles a similar essence to Shin, as then he pulls the sword to ask if he can use a technique on the sword. He senses and he feels a strange presence. It feels alive. As he begins to glow, Gohan uses a special technique, Forced Spirit Vision. Seeing what's up with this strange presence, a bright light falls out. Gohan picks up the sword. He's surprised. It's weightless. He can swing it around with ease. He thinks he'll bring this back for Trunks as a souvenir. The glowing light dulls as a Kai-looking figure appears. Shin is surprised that one of his ancestors were trapped in the sword. The Kai figure looks at his hands, and then back to the sword, and then back to himself. Then he sees Shin. Shin greets his ancestor as the Kai is confused how he was freed. Gohan walks over and says he used a special technique called Forced Spirit Vision. Gohan explains the basics of this technique and how he freed him, as the Kai is amazed. He introduces himself as Elder Kai, as he explains that he was locked away by a figure named Lord Beerus. Gohan explains the reason behind the Z sword, as it was supposed to grant him immeasurable power. Elder Kai says he can unlock his potential, and Gohan is surprised. After all, he did free him. Gohan grabs the sword and puts it aside because he'll give it to Trunks, as the ritual begins. Several hours later, Babidi makes himself known, as him and Deborah heads out to find energy. He sends Pui Pui out to find the energy because there was a strong presence sensed about a week ago. Trunks finds Pui Pui and finds out they're here to gather energy for Majin Buu. He quickly deals with Pui Pui as Vegeta catches tail, finding out what the hell is going on. Vegeta was pretty pissed off considering his training was interrupted, as Deborah makes his appearance alongside Babidi. But he warps back to his ship as they face Deborah. Vegeta says he can handle him on his own. As he starts to fight Deborah, Bora is taken aback by all this power that Vegeta has, as he can sense the malice in his heart. This Vegeta is not the same Vegeta we all know in the Buu saga. Yes, he was still a bit crazy, but this Vegeta has come straight from hell several years. No, I did lowball Vegeta in the last video. Vegeta is a lot stronger. In fact, I'd place him higher than Gohan. He fights Deborah and then goes Super Saiyan 2, starts pounding down and having the upper hand. Deborah contacts Babidi and Babidi explains his genius plan to take control of Vegeta's mind. Vegeta finishes off Deborah and kills him with ease as Babidi invades Vegeta's mind. In a couple of seconds, everything goes quiet, from Vegeta's screaming in agony to the sound of the wind blowing in the background. Vegeta turns around at Trunks with an N on his forehead, smirking menacingly, looking at Trunks. Trunks gulps and powers up to Super Saiyan. He can feel something is not quite right. I'm pretty sure all of you are asking, how did Vegeta accomplish Super Saiyan 2? Well, in Hell, I believe when he was fighting Frieza, he'd gain Grade 2, Grade 3, and after a while enduring the onslaught of Frieza, Super Saiyan Grade 4. And, with a little training on Earth, he probably could have tapped into Super Saiyan 2. maybe it might be a bit difficult for himself. But now, ooh, he's got a nice power increase from Babidi. Trunks is in trouble now, as Vegeta toys with Trunks and starts kicking him around, calling him weak and worthless. Vegeta ends up hammering on Trunks, leaving him battered and bruised, and just starts kicking him around and throws him through a mountain. Trunks is only holding on to bare life, as Babidi is gaining so much energy from Majin Buu. He can't believe it. He starts laughing at Trunks, saying where's Gohan now to protect him? He will finish him off right now. Gohan gets a chill down his spine as he asks about how Earth's going. Shin looks as his face changes. Gohan then feels Vegeta's spiteful ki. It turns out time is up and Gohan's ritual is completed just in time. Gohan quickly warps to Vegeta and stares him down right in his tracks. Vegeta smiles maniacally as he says, "Speak of the devil," was about to blast Trunks as Gohan powers up and stops him in his base form. Well, that's what Vegeta thinks. Vegeta's taken aback by this as he charges in. Gohan punches him in the gut with little difficulty and then kicks him away, going over to Trunks and warping him to the Supreme Kai's planet, and then coming back. Gohan is in his potential unleashed form, or his ultimate form. He begins kicking Vegeta through mountains, getting revenge for what he did to his own son. Vegeta screams, he's reached a new form and Gohan's just tossing him around. Gohan then instantly appears behind him and neck chops him, knocking Vegeta out cold, stopping him dead in his tracks. Gohan then finds the ship and smashes right to the bottom, Babidi, who is scared as all hell. As the kettle goes off in the distance, well, that's what at least Gohan thinks, but then a presence is felt. Gohan sees Majin Buu. A pink cloud could be felt with a powerful energy even Piccolo and Shin get shivers from. Gohan then attacks Buu, who appears out of the pink smoke. Babidi screams, "Kill him, Buu!" The two clash, heading up to the sky as Gohan kicks him as hard as he can, blasting a hole straight through him, which Buu regenerates from. Gohan keeps pounding down on Buu and blasting him, making Buu completely frustrated. Gohan isn't mucking around today. He is full and, well, he's pretty pissed off after what Vegeta did to Trunks. He figured that Babidi might have had something to do with it. He had a weird M on his forehead. Buu tries using a candy beam, but Gohan dodges out of the way and slaps Buu aside. Buu gets back up, fuming with anger, as steam starts pouring out of his head as a new Buu appears, which confuses Gohan. Then, Buu has a stare down with his evil counterpart as they two fight, and Buu fight. Gohan thinks that the two will just take him out, solving the problem, but then evil Buu absorbs regular Buu after turning him into a cookie, turning into Super Buu. Gohan thinks he's made a grave mistake as he fights Buu as the two are equal. Though Gohan is already a little bit worn down after the last couple of fights, even though they were easy, giving Buu the upper hand. Gohan has one more trick up his sleeve as he gets serious. As he starts pummeling on Buu, Buu starts glubbing. Buu feels weaker by the second as Gohan lands one more punch. Buu splits apart into two Buus. Then Gohan charges a max Kamehameha, incinerating both of them, killing the Buus with all of his might. Then he sees Babidi and incinerates him on the spot with a small ki blast. Gohan drops down to his base form exhausted, knowing that he has saved the future once more. Vegeta wakes up as Gohan heals him. Vegeta doesn't look at Gohan as Gohan warps off. He knows full well that Gohan is still stronger than himself. Gohan appears to the world of the Kais as he is congratulated that he defeated Majin Buu. Trunks was worried about his father as Gohan picks up the sword on the ground and gives it to him for his bravery. Elder Kai goes up to Gohan and says what technique he used to Buu. He said it's the Fourth Spirit Fusion. He can split absorptions and fusions apart. Then Elder Kai asks if he could split himself since he was a fusion. He looks at the Potara ears and explains everything about them. Beforehand, Piccolo interjects and says he would like the same form Gohan did. Gohan says after that he will split the two apart as they agree. And that is where we're leaving it for today's What If. I hope you guys enjoyed today's What If. Make sure you like and share and get 200 likes in this video so I continue on with this series. Thank you to Mortal Signs, who has actually made my outro for the video. He's given me a nice work of art there, so I hope you guys like that as well. Until next time, catch you all later. Have a good one.